Setting up a new document. Creating a new document with proper settings is the first step in creating strong foundations for your publication. So, in this movie, let's see how to create a new document with appropriate setting. And before learning how to create a new document, here you can see the welcome screen in our monitor having various options, such as Open Recent Items, Create New option, and Community. Here, by using the Create New option, you can create a new document through Document, Book, Libraries, and through Templates option. When we click the Document button, a new document dialog box appears on the screen with various features within. Let's discuss this dialog box later. Before, let's discuss about the other options in this welcome screen. Now, Open a Recent Item is the very first option in this screen. This option helps us select a recently worked file. The last 10 recently opened files will be listed here. The next option is the Community. A community is nothing but a group of developers, designers, educators, and partners of Adobe. Adobe InDesign has got 4 different communities, such as InDesign Exchange, InDesign User Group, InDesign Partners, and InDesign Plugins. If you're new to InDesign CS4, then you can gain information about the software, its new features and resources by clicking on these 3 options. This will take you to the Adobe Help Center. Now let's take a look at the new document features. To bring that dialog box, let's go to File menu and select New. Then from its submenu, choose Document or use the shortcut keys Ctrl and N. This opens a new document dialog box, which has a default document preset. We can change this default preset to our custom preset by choosing our required options from this dialog box. Then, through the Number of Pages field, let's enter the number of pages that we wish to include in this document. Say, for example, we want to create a 5-page document. Then you can enter the value 5 in this field. The next option is the Facing Pages. Selecting this checkbox will allow the document pages to face one another. A book is a very good example for facing pages, which contains, of course, a left and right-hand page. Selecting Master Text Frame helps in placing a text frame on the master page automatically. But for now, let's deselect this checkbox. If we want to create a document with default page size, then from the Page Size drop-down list, select a page size. Now, in case you want to create a document of your own size, then you can make use of the width and height fields. Here's a tip for you. If you wish to create an SWF file or interactive PDF files, then you can create a document with any of these page size. These page sizes are newly added in InDesign CS4. The orientation of the page can be selected as portrait or landscape by choosing their corresponding icons. The next 2 options in this box are column and margin guides. These are guides which can be added to our document page and will help us in maintaining our document consistency. Now, through the Number of Columns, select the preferred number of columns guides and then select a value for gutter by using the up arrow. A blank space left in between the column guides is called the gutter. Likewise, in the Margin feature, enter a value as 2 in the top field and then click Tab in the keyboard. Now you notice that all 3 are getting changed into one value. This is because of the link icon present here. When you unlock the link, you can enter a custom value in all 4 data fields. When you click on this More Options button, you'll get some more options, such as Bleed and Slug. The Bleed and Slug guides add guides outside the printable area of our page. This is more useful when you send your documents for print. Above the More Options button, you'll see one more button by the name of Save Preset. Once, when you're happy with this document setting, you can save this setting as your preset by clicking on the Save Preset button. Here in Save Preset As, file the name My Preset and click the OK button. This adds the preset to our Document Preset menu. Once the options are set, let's click on the OK button. You can now see the document created in the pasteboard. Document setup can also be changed even after the document is created. Now, how does that happen? Well, it's really simple. Just go to File menu and select the Document Setup option. You can see a document setup dialog box, which is similar to that of New Document dialog box, where you can change the setting again. Click the Cancel button to close the dialog box. In the same way, you can set your default margin and columns by choosing Layout menu, Margins and Columns option. Now in our next lesson, we'll see how to open and close an InDesign document. Open and close. In general, InDesign gives you various options for opening and closing files. Let's take a look at them now, shall we? Open. To open an already existing InDesign file, go to File menu and select Open, or press the keyboard shortcut, which is Ctrl and O. An Open File dialog box will appear. And now select the desired file and click on the Open button. The selected file gets opened into a new document. Now here's a tip for you. Open command in InDesign CS4 will even help you to open Adobe PageMaker 6.0, as well as 3.3 and 4.1 version of Quark Express files by using InDesign interchange files, which is otherwise called a .inx file. Close. If you wish to close your current file, then go to File menu and select the Close command, or press the shortcut keys Ctrl and W, or still click on the Close icon, which is present in your Document tab. If you've not saved your file, as soon as clicking on the Close icon, you will see a pop-up option asking whether to save the file or not. But if you don't want this file anymore, then click on the No option button. Now the file is closed. But saving a file is really very important and mandatory too, and we can discuss about that in our next lesson. Luckily, InDesign has an auto recovery option that can save your work. Sometimes your computer might get crashed, or you'll be forced to restart the computer without saving your work. If it happens, don't worry. Restart your computer and then start InDesign. Any files that were opened during the crash will be automatically opened. Then you can save the file with a new name and destination. Saving and reverting documents. Once a document is created, it has to be saved in a file name. And here we can see three different saving options present in the File menu. They are Save, Save As, and Save a Copy. They slightly differ from one another. While we look at Save and Save As, they are quite similar. In Save, here you can see a document containing some work in its page. Now, when you wish to save the document, go to File menu and select the Save command. This opens a Save As dialog box. Select the place as Desktop through the drop-down list. Files can even be saved in any of the drives present in the My Computer. Using the File Name field, enter a name for the file. Now you can save the file type in two different ways. One is as an InDesign document, and another as an InDesign template. Now select your required Save As type and click the Save button. It's so simple that you can see your file saved with the file name in the Document tab. After making some small changes in the document page, to save the changes, go to File menu and select Save, or press the shortcut keys Ctrl S, which helps to store the updated works on your hard drive. Now Save As. Save As always asks for a file name and saves the file into the InDesign document or as an InDesign template file with the same file name or with a different file name. So, to use the Save As command, go to File menu and select Save As, or press its shortcut keys, which are Shift, Ctrl, and S. This opens a Save As dialog box, and through Save In field, select the place for the file. In the File Name field, enter a new file name or select a file through the drop-down list. Through Save a Type, select the file format as InDesign Template and click on the Save button. You can now see the selected file name displayed in our Document tab. And we have Save a Copy. Save a Copy does not change the name of the active file. It just takes only a copy of the file with its original file name and format. Now, go to File menu and select Save a Copy command. This opens a Save a Copy dialog box with an already existing file name in the file name field. If you wish to have a copy of the file, then select the Save button, or just ignore that and click Cancel. Now, let's go ahead and see what revert is. Revert is a process through which we go back to the previous edit. You can see a saved file in your document. Now, let's make some changes to the document page as you see now. But I'm not satisfied with these changes. So, go back to our initially saved file, go to File menu, and select the Revert option. Now you can see an Adobe InDesign pop-up asking whether to revert the file to the last saved version. Go on ahead and click on the Yes option. And now we are in our last saved version of our saved file. So even if you work for a little while in your document, make a habit of saving your work to the hard drive so that you don't lose any important information. Document presets. People who work with page layout software will be forced to create different types of page layouts containing different document settings, where some of the document settings will be very often used by them. If he or she is a professional worker, then they will save all the frequently used document settings as presets, which will save time and ensure consistency while creating similar documents. Document settings are applied to page size, page orientation, column, margin, and finally to bleed and slug areas. Document presets. Document presets can be created and deleted even after opening the document. To create a new document preset, go to File menu and select Document Presets. And now from the sub-menu, select Define. This opens a preset dialog box, which will help you to create, delete, and edit an already existing document preset. Now let's click on the New button. This opens New Document Preset dialog box. This is similar to that of the New Document dialog box. Here, let's enter the name Mine in the Document Preset field. Then, using the Page Size drop-down list, let's select the page size as tabloid, and then click OK. A new preset is now created in the Document Preset area. Current document settings will be displayed in detail in the Preset Settings field. When you wish to edit a preset, keep the preset selected, then click on the Edit button. This opens an Edit Document Preset dialog box. Make the changes if needed, or ignore that, and click the Cancel button. Saving Document Preset. When you wish to save the preset, click on the Save button. This opens the Save Document Preset dialog box. Enter a file name in the File Name field as Sample, and then click the Save button. Now the preset is saved. Clicking the Load button helps to load a preset to already existing document through the Load Document Preset dialog box. To delete a preset, keep that preset selected and click on the Delete button. You can see an Adobe InDesign pop-up asking whether to delete the preset. When you wish to delete the preset, go ahead and click the OK button. Hence, creating this type of document presets will help you save time and ensure uniformity while creating similar documents. Working with templates. It's time for us to take a look at the templates in InDesign. Now, generally, all Adobe packages have a ready-made template file built in them. Adobe InDesign CS4 also has a bunch of ready-made templates which can be edited or modified. Templates are pre-existing forms that include standard text and graphics with standard information. Templates save time since each person does not have to create the document format on their own. Now let's see the use of templates. Templates in InDesign can be opened either through this Welcome screen or through the main menu. Now let's go to File menu and choose New, and select Document from Templates command. This launches Adobe Bridge program, which contains a lot of template folders. When we double-click the Community Newspaper, it shows all the InDesign template files present within. Click on a file, and you'll see the preview of that file in the Preview option. This document is created using 6 pages, and the number of pages on this document is displayed here. By using the left and right arrow keys, we can see the pages of the file one by one. Now when we double-click the Event Insert file, it automatically gets opened in InDesign. You can now see the selected template open as an untitled document. Templates are something great because we can change the text, move the images, and do many editing works, which will help us learn more about the software. Here's a tip for you. InDesign's default templates are created by using Layers concept. You can see the layers in the templates using the Layers panel. For example, let's change the title of the newsletter to Nature. Likewise, by using the Selection tool, let's reposition this image and text frame in their vice versa direction. Equally, you can make any changes as you need. After making the required changes, we can save this file in a new file name. Now to save the file, let's go to File menu and select Save. This opens a Save As dialog box. Here, let's select the Save In option as Desktop. And then in the File Name field, let's enter a name for the file as Working with Templates. Through the Saver type, let's select the file format as InDesign document. In InDesign, we can save a file either as a document file or as a template file. Now let's click the Save button. The file is now saved with the newly assigned file name, which can be displayed in our Document tab. Please note, opening a file that is saved in template format will always open as an untitled document. This will protect the document from accidental changes. And this is how all templates in Adobe products work. Layout adjustment. Layout adjustment helps in affecting the text and graphics in a page. Layout adjustment is activated only when changes are applied to page size, page orientation, margin or column settings, or when a new master is applied. To allow a layout adjustment, choose Layout menu, Layout Adjustment. Now, a Layout Adjustment setting window opens in the document. To enable layout adjustment options, select the checkbox of the Enable Layout Adjustment option on. When the option is enabled, you are asking InDesign to watch the margin guides, columns, and change your layout accordingly. Set a value for the snap zone. This helps to specify how close an object must be before it will align and move to a margin or column guides or page edge. To change the element size and to adjust the movement, select the Allow Graphics and Groups to resize. To move the ruler guides with layout adjustments, keep the Allow Ruler Guides to Move selected. Select Ignore Ruler Guides alignment to keep objects from moving along with ruler guides, or ignore the option. To move objects that are locked or unlocked layers, select the Ignore Object and Layer Locks, and then click OK. You can see a spread in this page. When you wish to change the bottom margin and text frame, go to Layout menu and select Margin and Columns option. Now in the dialog box, enter a value as 2 picas in the bottom field, and enter the Tab key. Now you can see everything changing in the document. Anything that was touching or very, very close to the margin will move with the margin. But any object that is not touching or near the margin will not be affected. When you want to have more space in between the columns, then enter a value in the gutter field. Now you can see the space between the columns increased and the width of the text frame getting adjusted. Therefore, once the layout adjustment is enabled, any changes made to the layout will alter the position of the elements on both master pages and the document pages.